Good morning, everybody. Nice to see all of you here in the comments already. Today is Sunday, August the 9th, 2026, and I am having a nice warm summer day here, and it's 10 a.m. in the morning in Central Daylight Time where I am in the States, and we're just having some pretty nice weather, and I'm feeling good today, and I think I'm awake. Leah's going to be driving. Be safe out there. So let me say hi to some of you. I don't have an agenda today. We're just hanging out. I have a couple things I have found to talk about, but we're not going to be doing readings today. We're just hanging out together. CJ is here, and Jax, Rachel, and Leah. Thank you all for being here. Leah, I did try. Well, there's Donna. Hello. I did attempt to paint my room, but it's not all painted. Just the background that you can see from this camera angle is painted. So, hi, Mercury. That wall over there is not painted. And the trim up around by the ceiling, the wall up to the ceiling, like the 2 inches under the ceiling, that's not painted. Because if I got on a ladder, I'd probably fall off of it. So I don't know when it's ever going to get finished. But it's good enough to be on the camera here. Yep, it's cozy. I think I'm missing some people. Hi, Tina. Thanks for being here. Hi, Karen. Mere Dragon, hello. Yeah, I missed some of you coming in. I was yakking. Good morning, everybody. Yesterday was 8 Lionsgate, and I could have talked about that Friday, but I had other things on my mind Friday. So I thought we might talk about it a little bit today. Leah says I would paint that so fast and bake a cake. I used to be able to do that, but no more. I'm in my old ladyhood with bad knees. So I have to depend on other people to help me with stuff, and the other people have been too busy. But one day they'll get over here and do it. Yeah, Donna, I thought we'd talk about 8 Lionsgate today. I've pulled some stuff up on the internet for me to look at because I'm forgetful. So let me just go ahead and do that right now. Let me share the screen because I want to be able to see your comments at the same time. Leah was a painter for years and you did fine art. That's so awesome. So cool. Let's see. Lionsgate portal will share. Okay. Well, I can't see that, so I have to go to the other page that I can see. So I still won't be able to see your comments while I'm looking at this. So when I'm done talking about what it is, go ahead and put your astrological sign in the comments, and I'll tell you what this says 8 Lionsgate means for your astrological sign. I think that'd be fun. So yeah, 8 Lionsgate is, I hope I'm not making you dizzy on the screen. It says it's the astrological term describing the alignment of the sun in Leo, the brightest star that we can see is Sirius, and the constellation Orion's built with the Earth. So this alignment usually happens every year around the time of July, around the last end of July, around the middle of August. But August 8th is the most pivotal date that we might even say is magical, the day of the Lionsgate portal, because it's right in the middle of the dates. And this is a time of manifestation. It says a cosmic pat on the back. Astrologers consider this an opportune day for manifestation, or concentrating on what you want to make a reality. And it's talking about this trauma psychologist that defined manifestation as the belief that you can intentionally create your reality through beliefs or patterned actions. And the date packs a numerical punch too. Numerology is the idea that numbers carry with them specific associations. And 8 is the number associated with power and change and transformation. And it says that specifically this year, the sun in Leo and the moon in Gemini are enchanting the Lionsgate portal with charisma and fun. And the incentive is to find creative ways to express ourselves and to engage in new experiences. So in short, August 8th and the rest of the time till the 12th, it's not over. We still have time to dream big and believe in yourself. The universe allows us to bring our dreams into fruition right now. As long as you believe in your visions and desire to make them happen, nothing can stop you. So at night, look up at the brightest star in the sky, Sirius, and make a wish. And the odds are in your favor at this time. Then it talks about some things you could do. Some of you may have already done this yesterday on the 8th, but if you want to, it's not too late. You can still do it. So you can repeat these kind of affirmations, have a little ceremony and do these affirmations. I am open to receiving abundance. I am willing to do my best and encourage growth. I am a beautiful being worthy of love. I have the power to heal and transform. Another exercise is you could write a gratitude list. Write a list from the perspective of the year ahead, looking back on everything you're grateful for. These can be things that haven't happened yet, but you're showing that you trust they're going to happen. And then while you're writing that, imagine what these events would feel like if they came true, and allow yourself to feel those feelings. That's part of being a manifester, a creator. So if you want to invite in love, you can say, I'm so grateful to have met the partner I love and who loves me this year. And you can put it in an envelope and open it up next August 8th. I think that'd be fun. That sounds like something fun. I think I'll tell my granddaughter about that. So let me see if some of you have put in your astrological signs, and I'll tell you what it says about that. Do, 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 do. I was listening to my favorite opera singer before we started. And so I've got this song that he was singing in my head. There, I'm back. Let me see who else has come in that I didn't know about. I think I've said hi to all of you. And hello to people that are just watching in the background. You are welcome also. So I think I've seen most of these comments. And, you know, I've got my phone up over here on the side so I can see it. But I always notice this, that what's happening on screen happens a whole lot sooner than what happens on my phone. My phone is way behind. I wish it wouldn't be that way. Do, 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 do. That song's going to be in my head all day. Okay, we got some people that put in their astrological signs. So let me star these. Leah is Pisces. And Mirror Dragon is Aries. Jax is Capricorn. Karmic Karen is Virgo. Donna is Cancer and Taurus. Donna is an astrologer. Donna's one smart cookie. I'm not smart enough to do astrology. And I'm not putting myself down. That's just how it is. Astrology is complicated. And my memory is shot, you guys. I can't remember crap, you know. CRS. Hi, Nicole. Nicole's got some astrology going on. Nicole is Sagittarius. Tina is Pisces. Okay, let's start doing this. So Leah is Pisces, and so if you're also a Pisces, this is for you. Let me go in here and find Pisces. This is what Lionsgate means to you if you're a Pisces. It says, make sure you do not take on too many responsibilities all at once. Instead, take on things that are fun and don't come with any strings attached. Allow yourself to be a beginner. Thank you. And then Mirror Dragon. Mirror Dragon is an Aries. So let's see what they say about Aries. My mom was an Aries. I'm scrolling up here, trying to find it. Okay, Aries, reconnect with an old project that inspires your inner child. Embracing your passions will lead to a greater sense of positivity. Oh, and there's a French phrase that I do not know what that is. But embrace your passions, it will lead to a greater sense of positivity. I didn't know they were going to be speaking French on here. That's probably something that if I would hear them pronounce it, I would probably know what it is. But if I'd hear it spoken, I'd probably know what it is, but I don't know how to read it. Jack says Capricorn. What does Lionsgate portal mean to Capricorn? Your intuition is on point. Pay attention to the psychic downloads that are being told to you at this time, and listen to your gut feelings. It might not feel natural since you're so logical, but it's necessary. Cool? And Karmic Karen. Virgo. Sun, Mercury, Venus rising in the south and south node. Virgo for Karen. Donna will know what all that means. I don't know. Virgo. What does Lionsgate mean to the Virgo sign? Rather than get deep with yourself, get still with yourself. Don't overthink. State positive affirmations to acknowledge how amazing you are on the inside and out. And most importantly, practice self-compassion right now. That sounds like great advice. And Donna's in Cancer. This is me also. I am Cancer. What does Lionsgate mean to Cancer? It says, what does abundance mean to you? Try to cultivate a sense of all that you want already being yours. You can redefine abundance by being grateful for all that you already have. I like it. And Nicole is Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what does Lionsgate mean to Sagittarius? If you're looking to seek a new adventure and don't have the means to do so, the Lionsgate portal will give you the chance to manifest your travel plans, as long as you're precise with where you wish to go. You'll be in complete awe of the luck you're going to have. And Tina, Little Witchy One, is Pisces. We did Pisces once, but we'll go back and read it again for Tina. Make sure you do not take on too many responsibilities all at once. Instead, take on things that are fun and don't come with any strings attached. Allow yourself to be a beginner. Well, that was fun. Now let me see what I missed. I know you've been chatting up a storm. I've missed a whole bunch. Let me go back up here where I stopped. Anna is Cancer. Let me see if I missed anybody else. Karen's son is Cancer. I'm Cancer. Both my daughters are Cancer. My oldest grandson missed it by a little bit. He's Gemini. So Anna Mez is Cancer. Let's read Cancer again for Anna. Boy, I've got that song stuck in my head big time. What does abundance mean to you? Try to cultivate a sense of all that you want already being yours. You can redefine abundance by being grateful for all that you already have. Super. Super. Now what's going on in the comments that I missed? Hi, Polly. Thanks for being here. I think I got everyone that put their astrological sign in. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, this is a caftan that goes down to my ankles. I see it's kind of moving itself around. It's kind of big and sloppy. It's way too long for me. I have to pick it up when I walk because I'm short. I'm 5'1", and I think this was made for somebody who's 5'7", and I've been too lazy to take the hem up in it. Well, I don't wear it very often. Jax, you been doing your wound care? Polly. Polly is Scorpio. Let's read Scorpio again. Or maybe we never did read Scorpio. Let's see. Give your career the boost it needs by thinking about where you want to be next. Let your aspirations be known. The more precise you are in your goals, the easier it will be for you to bring them to fruition and swiftly attain them. Oh, my nose is itching. Rachel. Libra. I'm burning up. Spirits moving in. I'm burning up. Libra. Embrace a bigger social circle. You will be surprised by how networking will be able to help you in the future in making your goals become a reality. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Charlotte is Aquarius. Aquarius, Aquarius. Focus on maintaining or restoring your interpersonal relationships. Giving your all and best to another is something you've been yearning to do. You are so welcome, you guys. Nicole says astrology is like a big onion. There's a lot of layers. Yeah, I know better, especially at my age. I'm 74. I know I still can learn things, but astrology was always something that was a little much for me. I'd rather be singing and painting a picture and, being outside or something. Not that those of you who are in astrology can't do that, but I mean, I know I'd be biting off too much, more than I could chew. Nicole says, Brenda, you look half your age. Oh, thank you. If you saw me in person, it would be a different story. So Donna says astrology is years and years of study. I believe that. I believe that. So I also had something else I wanted to bring up. No, moving my pillow. Got this little Billy. I should show you my pillow because I think it's kind of funny. Is this? No, this is backwards. I have to switch my camera thing. Oh well, I can't find it right now. I was gonna unmirror my camera, but anyway, this says you can agree with me or you can be wrong. You can agree with me or you can be wrong. I'm not really like that, but I thought that pillow was funny. It wasn't backwards to you? Okay, it was backwards in my picture. So I had something else I wanted to bring up. You know how those of us who have developed our psychic, intuitive gifts, clairvoyance, clairaudience, psychic abilities, telepathy, channeling, those of us who have just naturally or spontaneously developed those abilities or worked at it until it came to fruition, we know that it's true. And we know we're not trying to fool anybody. And we know we've had these experiences. I know in my mind's eye, I saw who I was in another lifetime. I know that the words that I bring when I am doing your readings are not from me, they're from a higher source. I don't know that stuff. And I know that when I connect with my amethyst and ask it for a message, that voice is coming from somewhere. I'm not saying it. So those of us who experience this, and let's put near-death experiencers in that also. Oh, Jack says, I saw myself as a small boy in another life. Cool. So we know that these things are real. And doesn't it just get under your skin when you see people? I don't really see people very often. I see my family. I see people on the TV, on YouTube. Just, debunking everything, just saying we're schizophrenic or just liars or trying to make money. They just won't go along with it all. Like people who have seen Bigfoot with their own eyes. People say it's not true, they're lying. So there is a verse in the Bible, and please don't freak out if I say Bible or Jesus or God. I'm not pushing any religions here. So, but the Bible is a good source of information. So there is a verse in the Bible in Corinthians. And I noticed this a while back. I heard someone say it, and then I went and looked it up. And I should read the quote first. Well, it states that a person without the Holy Spirit cannot accept or understand the truths of God because they seem foolish, because it requires a spiritual discernment. So let me see exactly what that, I should have it memorized. This is the New International Version. The person without the Spirit does not accept the things that come from the Spirit of God, but considers them foolishness and cannot understand them because they are discerned only through the Spirit. So If you don't have the Spirit, the Holy Spirit with you, in you, however that works, or don't accept the Holy Spirit, then you can't see, hear, understand, believe what it is that we are telling you that we are experiencing. So I just thought that that was really cool. Those without the Spirit can't experience these things because they don't have the Spirit, and we use Spirit to do the discerning. So I just thought that was just a really great explanation. Charlotte is saying, yesterday I saw less than a 1-foot fairy. You did? It was so divine, green and pink crystalline. I know what I saw. Yes, the veil is and will continue to thin. Yep, we're all rising up in consciousness. The veil is getting thinner. Let me see what else I missed here. I'm going to put the link if you want to come on and tell us some of your magical mystical stories. I'm going to put the link in the comments. Right here, right now. Paste. Enter. If you would like to come in and tell some of your own magical mystical experiences, you can click on that link and I'll let you on the stage. And if more than one person comes on, you'll just be lined up in the queue. And when the first person's done, I'll go on to the next person. So I hope that, oh, Nicole's still in her pajamas, hasn't gotten in the shower yet. Well, come as you are. It's up to you whether you want to come on or not. So we've done this. I did this one other time on here. Marit, hello. Thanks for being here. So yeah, I'm hoping somebody will take me up on that. Wednesday was a big disappointment for me. Some of you were here then when, you know, I don't really think it was my internet. I think it was YouTube. Because I've got fiber optic internet that's, you know, that's really good. It's not coming from a satellite, so it can't be interfered with in that way. And StreamYard was working good because the recording was good later. I think it was YouTube. I'm blaming it on YouTube. But anyway, it was so bad I just had to give up Wednesday and step away because, and it was a shame because I had 13 questions. And Jack says it's not just you. Everyone is having issues. Thank you. Nicole's going to come on. Jack says, Hogarth and the Dream Show, all of them. Well, I hope it's over and done with. Nicole has got the best stories. Tina says, I think it's the energy. I didn't see the problem on non-spiritual channels. Oh, well, good point. Good point. Hi, Jenny. Thanks for being here. And here's Nicole.
Hi, guys.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. I got a new phone, so I'm hoping this works well and that everyone can hear me okay.
You sound great. You look and sound...
Okay, because I can hear you really good this time. So, Hi, everyone.
What have you got on your mind today, Nicole? Have you got some stories for us?
I did, yes, because yesterday was the 8/8 portal, right? And so everything's amplified for everybody who believes, you know what I mean? And so I was in the shower and I've been trying to work, with my healing hands and the chi inside my hands because I've been feeling them a lot lately. Like I said, it gets really hot for me sometimes on my hands.
Yeah.
And hi everybody. Hi Jenny. Hi Donna. Thank you everyone. Anyways, and so I was in the shower and as you know, you're probably like, oh, she says this all the time. But I take a shower every day. So it's like my habit that I have to do anyhow, regardless. So the shower is my time with spirit, basically, whether I'm inside or outside, you know what I mean, of the shower. So it's my time to center, ground, activate myself for the day. And so as I got in the shower, a huge burst of energy, like sometimes in the shower, it'll be so strong, I have to find some way to ground my energy. Like one time I was brushing my teeth in the very, very beginning. And it was like, I don't know if you've seen the movie The Matrix
Yeah,
or
sure.
not.
Sure.
Okay, so in The Matrix, the reality isn't what it seems, right? And so I was brushing my teeth I was brushing my teeth in the bathroom, right? And I looked to my left and literally, I'll never forget it. It literally, I saw the mirror like move, like shimmer, like it was a portal, and it freaked me out so bad. Like it was an overwhelming experience, and I was like, "Holy cow! I saw that! Like what?" So, that there were certain moments in the very beginning that I had certain experiences that kind of creeped me out, and
Uh-huh.
that were so intense. Like one time I was sleeping in bed, and sometimes the covers fall off, right? And so I was reaching down to grab my blanket. And as I was reaching down to grab my blanket, I swear it like creeped me out. I swear I felt like a hand crawling up the blanket to touch my hand. And I was like, oh no, we're not going there today. So thank you, Charlotte. Like that was like one of my previous first experiences where I've had experiences in bed where I go to bed at night and I experience things, positive things most of the time, but sometimes
Good.
I will have a eerie paranormal experience. And that
Uh-huh.
was one I remember that. I was like, I do not want to feel a hand crawl into the
No,
blankets to touch
no,
my hand. I
no,
don't want those experiences. So
no.
yeah, and then
Don't tap me on
sometimes
the shoulder. Don't touch my hand.
exactly, exactly. And so sometimes though I will lay down and spirit will come through, the energy of spirit will come through me and I won't feel hot, but I will feel an energetic how do you explain this in like English terms? I will feel an energetic presence, energy through my body and it will be calming and relaxing and it'll feel healing. And then sometimes, which is really cool, when I'm laying in bed, concentrated energy at the end of my feet will literally, I can actually pulse, like pedal energy at the bottom of my feet. Like I can't explain it. It's like having energy at the bottom of my feet. And I've actually sat in bed and was conscious of this. And I would like pedal energy at the bottom of my feet. And I'd be like, that is so weird. And then sometimes when I lay down, I'll feel the magnetic force of the earth and my feet will automatically turn in and out with the magnetic
No.
force of the earth. Like I can't explain it. It's just weird. When I get into those modes, I will feel magnetic energy underneath me that my actual body my feet especially will just turn in and out. I don't know if anyone's had these experiences like that.
I've never heard of that. That's interesting. I totally believe you, by the way, Nicole. I know that you're telling
Yeah,
the truth.
no, no,
I
no, no.
totally
Yeah,
believe.
I just my body is so in tuned with energy that it just does random things sometimes.
Uh-huh.
Um, hang on, I'm just reading Charlotte's comment real quick. Yes, Charlotte, that would be creepy. Like, I don't know if you've had the experience, Brenda, where I was going to the bathroom, and for a split second, I forgot that a cat brushed against my leg in the bathroom. And I was,
Uh-huh,
I was going to the bathroom, right? And a cat
uh-huh.
had brushed against my leg, and I was, for a second there, I was like, because we have a cat downstairs, and I was like, "Oh, Loaf, what are you doing in the bathroom?" And then I had that chilling moment that there was no animal in the bathroom. And
Right.
so, have you had that experience where you felt animals?
I had an
Okay.
experience with a cat. Can I tell you my cat experience?
Yes, absolutely. Hang on.
Jack says the energy almost pulls you at times. It's so intense for me.
Yes. Yes, it is intense. Like when you hit that magnetic field with the earth and you feel that pulsation through your body, it's weird. It's like your body all of a sudden like just pulls. It just pulls. It's weird. It's hard to explain. Anyways, go ahead, Brenda. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
see if I
had
can
this, my favorite
see if I
little
can
cat,
turn
my,
this.
my little Emma, she was this little munchkin cat.
Mhm.
She somebody abandoned her in my neighborhood, and I noticed her one September, and I decided I'm just gonna have to get her in and keep her from freezing this winter. And she turned out to be the most darling little thing, and I just loved her to pieces. And she was so much like a human, the way she would look at me. I swear, some many times when she looked at me, it was a human eyes looking at me. And so once we were sitting in my little bedroom, and I had a recliner in there, and I watched TV in there for a time. And after this happened, I moved it out, and I didn't do that anymore. But I've heard scratch, 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 and
Mhm.
I assumed I didn't think it. I thought it was spirit. I didn't think it was someone at the window, but
Yeah.
my brain told me, be sensible about this. That could be someone at the window.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
And it was dark, and I was scared to go look out the window, but I did. I went and lifted blinds up and looked, and I had my phone light turned on, so I was going to blast him in the eyeballs with the phone light if
Yeah.
someone was standing
Yes.
there. And but nobody's standing there, so I went back and sat down, and Emma, my little cat, was sitting on my lap, and we heard that scratch, scratch, scratch some more. And that cat turned and stared at me right in the eyes. And you could just tell
Wow.
she was saying, "Mom, what is that?" And she was scared. And so I got up and I went over there to the other side of the room. And when I did, I saw a little black ghost cat run right by my ankles.
That
And,
is amazing.
and I didn't really
That
feel it
is
touch me,
so
but I saw it. And
that
then
is
my,
amazing.
my little cat, the one that was alive and with me,
Yeah.
it beat it right out of that room. It didn't want anything to do with ghost cats.
No, isn't that amazing that you can see, was it hazy? Was it
Yep.
hazy and black and kind of you could see the outline, but it was like it has a hazy distortion,
Yeah, and
smoky almost?
it was very fast, but I knew I saw it.
Because I have a story I always forget to tell people. When I was laying down, I was doing a meditation, right? And I was laying down and I had learned that goddess Hecate, um, was one of my guides. I've had experiences with her. And I was doing a meditation. I wasn't just for her, but I knew of her. So she was kind of in, like in my consciousness a little bit. And I was laying down, and I will never forget it, Brenda. I even looked on Reddit for answers because I was like completely perplexed. And I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the chat. I really want to go back and look at the chat if someone's telling me something.
It's hard to
Um,
watch everything in the
it
chat.
is, it is, and I don't mean to be rude, like ignore what everyone's saying. Hi, Rachel. Hi, everybody. Um, I was I woke up from that meditation, right? Because sometimes you fall asleep because it's so relaxing, right? And so I kind of woke up from that meditation, and I will never forget it, Brenda. I it was the strangest thing. I look up to the ceiling, and I kid you not, there was a massive ghost shadow spider falling from the ceiling. I like it sounds crazy. It literally was falling from the ceiling so close to my face. And it was a literal spider, a shadow spider. Brenda, it was so close to my face. I actually had to turn my face so it would disappear. I can't tell you. like, I wish there's certain times, spiritual experiences which you, like, wish you could record, right? You could record physically what you're seeing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was literally a spider, and I was like, in my head, I'm like, "Is this real? Am I seeing this? Is a spider literally falling to my face to touch my face?" Brenda, it was literally this close, and I had to turn my face away and let it do whatever it was gonna do. But I know that Hecate is also represented by spiders, so that was her signal to me. So
Um,
in those times, regular people would freak out. They would be like, "Oh my gosh," and they would scream and they would freak out, right? It's us spiritual people that actually can, for certain amount, can keep calm in certain
yeah.
situations like this,
Yeah.
which is a blessing because I don't think spirit would spend half the time trying to get us to notice certain signs without us freaking out. You know what I mean?
Well, if that was me, I would not have been calm. I would have jumped out of my skin, ran out of the house, and had somebody else come move all my stuff out because I wasn't going back in that house again.
But yet you
I,
can't explain it. It was so weird. It was like I looked on Reddit. I'm like, has anyone seen shadowy black mass things? That's why when you were talking about your shadow cat, it kind of reminded me of that
I
because
see.
it was
Yeah.
so it was so large and it was falling to my face and I was like, oh, hang on, I'm looking at Charlotte.
Well, this is kind of getting a little bit off the subject, but that kind of a thing I heard a guy tell about his out of body experience, and
Yeah.
he said that he was out of his body and his wife was still laying in the bed asleep, and he saw these two giant spiders were hanging down over her, and he was really scared, but he had to save his wife, so he went in there and tried to bat them away with his hands, and
Yeah.
when they just disappeared, they weren't real.
Wow. That is something because like what I experienced, I didn't get a bad feeling. It was just startling to open your eyes from a meditation and see a spider falling from the ceiling. That's not even real. Like, how
No,
do
no,
you
no, no,
explain
no.
that?
Well, yeah, how do you explain that? With your spiritual eye? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how
And
you
then
explain that.
Charlotte says, like you said, you knew it was Hikate. Yes. And I did. So I wasn't freaked out. I just had so many little experiences that you forget when you're just bumbling around day to day. But then you start to remember these moments. Like when I first had that experience with the spirit box, um during my depression, and I got that voice that said, um, wake up, right? And then that current night I was laying in bed and I was having second thoughts and I was having self-doubt, right? And I will never forget it. I laid in bed and I heard the biggest sigh of my life. It was audible. It wasn't me. It was audible. It was like frustration, like a sigh of
Oh,
frustration. And I
oh,
knew it was like my higher self or my spirit guides, like literally audible, literally audible. And I thought that was normal. And I was like, oh, someone's frustrated with me because I'm
oh,
having doubts
mhm.
about my spiritual path. And I'll never forget. I even told my mom, I'm like, man, my spirit guides must be angry at me because I heard them an audible sigh, laying in bed that night because I had self doubts. I had huge self
Mhm.
doubts because that was right prior to my experience that I had in the audio box. And I was
Wow.
overwhelmed.
Hmm.
But the funny thing is, oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, your
Do you
mom
have,
had these experiences also, right? Your
she's
mom?
had Yes, no, my mom is very, very, very intuitive, and she likes to say she's always right because she intuitively knows that she's always right about a situation, about people, the relationship, or something that's going to happen. She's had many experiences where she's known something bad is going to happen, unfortunately, and she's always right. And so that's one of the heavy things she carries with
Uh-huh.
her. She's had a hard life. She's had a very hard life,
Oh,
but
bless her. Mhm.
she's very intuitive and she's had Akashic Records experiences where she's been up there before and she's been so excited to run down here and tell everybody what
Oh,
she
really?
found out in the Akashic Records. And
Oh,
then they're like, you were not telling anybody what you read up there. And she'll tell me and she'll tell the family, I've had this experience last night, or I had this experience, in my dreams and whatnot. And she's had lots of
Okay.
experience where her
Okay.
grandmother had died and she couldn't afford having a phone, right? And so they shut off her phone. And not a couple hours later after her grandmother had passed, she got a phone call. The phone rang off the hook. And
Um,
she said that was crazy that she had actually gotten a phone call that the phone rang when it was not even plugged in.
oh yeah, yeah. Well, I had an experience. Anna says my mom has that as well.
Mhm.
Um, I had an
Yes.
experience with an electrical device that was running. Do you know what a chi machine is? I don't know if anybody knows what a chi machine is. Uh,
Unfortunately, I don't. I'm sorry.
well, it's a box that you sit on the floor, and it's got uh, curves in it. You know, like in the Middle Ages or whatever, they would put somebody in stocks. Their hands would be laying in these holes
Yes,
on the
yes,
floor.
yes, 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 yes,
Well,
yes, yes.
it's like that, but it's small and it's
Okay.
down. It doesn't have a top that comes down, but it's got those holes for your ankles to lay
Mhm.
in. So you lay
Okay.
down and you lay your ankles in that, and it vibrates and shakes your legs like that. And
Okay,
it
so for circulation?
yeah, for chi, it's a Chinese,
Okay.
and
Oh,
so
cool, that's cool.
yeah, it's cool. It's kind of nice, but I wanted one for years, and I finally got one. So I had that sitting in my bedroom, and one day I walked into the bedroom, and that thing was running, and I thought, and it had a remote control, and I thought that's
Yeah.
weird. The cat must have stepped on the remote
Mhm.
control and turned it on. So I was telling myself that, even though I
Yeah,
wondered.
yeah.
So I went over there to it, and it was not plugged into the wall.
Oh my gosh. No, Brenda, something like that would actually freak me out because something about electronics going, rogue on their own,
Yeah.
that to me, that's even I don't know why it's creepier for me. I don't know why.
Well,
I've
I
had
gave I gave that thing away. I
it's
didn't
like,
want it in the house anymore.
"What?" Possessed items are my number one taboo. That's why I love going to antique shops. I don't know if you love going to antique shops, but I love going to an antique shop occasionally when I can, and it's always cool to look at the old stuff, but
Yeah.
oh, hang on, I'm just reading Charlotte's comment. What's crazy is when you hear and no what was it? Crazy when you hear and nobody else does, especially when it's super loud. Yes, exactly. But anyways, when you go to old antique shops, there's so much energy, like, concentrated there. And if you pick an item home, you take an item home, you're running that risk something is attached to it. I mean, you can
Yeah.
always cleanse it and bless it, of
Yeah.
course. Um, but
Cleanse it
that
or
is always
something,
runs
but yeah,
it's always
Susan
runs
Lynn, I don't know if all of you follow Susan Lynn or not, but I don't watch her a lot anymore because she's so political, and I don't want to be political.
Mhm.
But
Yeah, I agree.
she just recently put up a video about that subject. She has a lot of stories about that,
Yeah,
about bringing
and
home old things that are used.
yeah, I live in Washington, so Seattle's, I don't know, 25, 35 minutes away from us. We don't go into Seattle too much because, it's, the homeless. Um, it's a little sketch at times. It's a beautiful city, but if they could clean it up a little better, it'd be a lot
Oh,
safer to, like, do
oh,
stuff in there. It's
that's
gotten a lot better, but, if there's still, as a woman, it's still harder to, like, just relax and go and look at shops and whatnot. Anyways, but we went to Pike Place, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows what Pike Place is. That market. It's a market. It's a bazaar that started in 1912, and um, they still have the old cobblestone road that was there before. Because Seattle had a really bad fire, and they had to build up. So half of the original city is actually underground, and you can go underground and visit
oh,
the underground city that was once where it actually originally stood. It's really fascinating. Um, so anyways, they built up and then they added Pike Place to it. It's so interesting with all your American with all the Americans. Thank you. Anyways, long story short, Pike Place is very old, right? And I went with my he's not really my uncle, he's my mom's, like, first cousin, but to me, he's like an uncle. We had a
Mhm.
falling out recently, so unfortunately, he's not in my life right now. But anyways, I went with him to Pike Place with my twin,
Okay.
and I was kind of nervous because I haven't been there since my youngest sister was like 1 and I was like 15. So it had been a long, long time. This only happened like 2 or 3 years ago. And he's kind of into spirituality and psychic phenomena too, which was great. And he knew that I had powers and whatnot. So he's like, okay. And so when I went into Pike Place, I was apprehensive because I knew there was a lot of energy there. And I was like, what if I'm exposed to this energy? And lo and behold, I was,
Oh.
because the first time I got there, Brenda, he took me to this bizarre supernatural psychic shop where they sold herbs and they sold incense and they sold a whole bunch of great stuff, that I would love. But
Uh-huh.
because the building was so old, I bought things and I actually couldn't keep them because the energy was so intense and I couldn't cleanse hard enough. I couldn't bless the items hard enough to keep them. I actually had to
Oh.
get rid of them because it was so intense, because the actual smell of the place clung to my clothes, Brenda, that I was so
Oh.
scared that I would
Uh-huh.
never be able to smell the actual authentic my room anymore because the
Oh,
the,
wow.
the smell was so penetrating.
Uh-huh.
Oh yes, Pike Place, yes. Yes, it's a wonderful, it's amazing. I'm not being bad about it. I've actually gone recently the second time and I had no problems with it. I think I was just so open and vulnerable at that time that I hadn't placed up there were bars under, correct? There might have been, I don't know. I haven't been there personally. I was about to go to the underground, but the situation didn't align, unfortunately. And I
Uh-huh.
kind of don't want to because it's kind of scary.
Yeah,
with how,
yeah.
with how open I am. And so that first experience was so intense for me. I did buy a stone though, an adventure and a fluorite, and I put that thing in soil and I put healing music to it and it did a great job. It cleansed it. I didn't feel
Oh,
any bad juju from that. But
okay.
I had to get rid of everything else that I had bought because it was so intense and I'll
Uh-huh.
never forget that experience. So I don't know if anyone's had those kind of experiences before it, but it was an
Mm.
eye opener for me and
Well,
it was intense.
mostly your experiences are intense, more intense than anybody I know.
I try
But
not to be, believe you me, I try to have good experiences. They're not all scary, but I will have those intense experiences out of nowhere. Um, like there's a Pike Place in Canada? I
she
didn't
said
know that.
we even know about Pike Place in
Oh,
Canada.
oh,
She,
oh,
she's
cool.
heard of it
Oh,
also.
okay. Yes,
And
yes.
Anna's
Oh,
talking about the cobblestone that reminded her of Jack the Ripper days.
oh yeah. You want to talk about scary? That's some scary stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
people have said it's haunted and that there's ghosts there, and which I totally believe. People have seen a whole bunch of different accounts from that place. It's a very haunted place, in my opinion. Probably, what's his name? Uh, what's his name that does the ghost stuff? What's his
Mystic
name?
John? Mystic John Paranormal?
Yes, he would love to go there.
Yeah,
He
he
would love to
would.
go there. He
Uh-huh.
really would. It's a fantastic place. It really is. Once you get over that stuff and you're protected, it's all good. It was probably just my experience. And everyone else goes
Mhm.
there 24 hours a day. There's a really place they sell flowers. And so you walk down this long corridor and they sell chocolates, they sell fish, they sell seafood, they sell flowers on an outside of the building. They sell apple cider and grilled cheese and all kinds of these wonderful little foods that you can just
Yeah.
eat. I mean,
Uh-huh.
you get to buy them, of course. And
Yeah.
it's a great experience. It really, they sell art, they sell a whole bunch of stuff. It's a really great place where people can just sell their hard work, hard their crafts and stuff. So it's really
Oh,
cool.
that sounds really fun, really fun.
It is. It is, and I like I said, the second time around was better for me. Um, Other experiences that I've had my higher self talk to me in the shower before, where I've stepped into the shower and I literally audibly heard I can't make out what they said. They said something, it was quite sassy, and something to do with, "Just do it already," or something like that, but audibly, like, I don't know
Oh,
if anyone's
uh-huh.
had these experiences where they've heard actually audibly, you know how we can hear in our head, right? But it's, like,
Yeah.
actual audible,
I've had
and then
that
it gets
happen a couple of times, and it fascinates me.
it does, but it scares the heck out of me
Mhm.
because sometimes it does. Like, that's one of my things is I tell spirits, like, "Please, I do not wanna hear audibly," 'cause it scares me for some reason, I don't know why. Like, I've laid down one time, I was listening to a meditation, and I heard a woman, and, like, she was, like, talking to me, like, audibly talking to me, like, I was sitting there listening, I can't make out what she was saying, but she had a full on, like, she kept talking to me, and I got so scared. I was like,
Yeah.
I can't handle the audible part. I
Oh, okay.
just need to get used to it, but it scares the heck out of me. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like, it just scares me.
Yeah,
Anything
Donna
else doesn't
says,
really.
yes, Donna's had that happen. She said words, breath, sighs, calling my name.
Yes, yes,
Mhm.
yes.
Let me just say real quick that if you want to come on and be next after Nicole, I just put the link up there. Just click on that link and your picture
Oh,
will
yes,
pop
I
up
don't
on
have to
my
take up
screen.
any more time. If anyone wants to come on, I do not have to take up any more time.
They
If
can,
anyone else wants to share.
you can click on that and you'll be next in the queue. So
Oh, I
no,
can exit now.
you're
Um,
not stopping anybody from anything. I didn't mean that.
oh,
But
no,
I
no,
just
no, no, I
wanted
know
to
that. I
invite
just
them.
didn't wanna monopolize the time if someone wants to be like, "Hey, I wanna come on. I wanna
Yeah.
talk."
Yeah, I hope someone
Um,
does. You're always so much fun to listen to all your experiences you've had, and you're so excited about everything. You just have the greatest energy. I love to talk to you.
Thank you. I It's just the natural state of mine, because I know what it's like when everyone has a paranormal experience, that's kinda like the jumping off point for spirit, you know what I mean? Like, if they believe in ghosts, they'll believe in this, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I think it's really hard for people who have, oh, thank you, Donna. Thank you.
Dina is wanting to know, do you do automatic writing? It might be the in-between that would make you more comfortable.
Uh, I I should. Um, it's kind of hard for me to focus and allow spirit in that way. I just something I have to train for. I've tried a couple times, and yay, we got a third person. That'll be so fun. We can all conversate. I would love to have all of us in one congregation together. That'd be so fun because then we could all piggyback and just have a great live chat.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it's fun.
um, so, anyways, I've tried, but then I get in my way and I'm like, I'm thinking grass, field, whatever, I'm just trying to kind of let spirit guide what I'm thinking, but then I start thinking too much. It never just happens for me. I just like just never just kind of flows for me. So, um yeah, that's kind of like trying to think of something else.
I've had so
You're
many things pop into my head while you were talking. I don't know if I can remember any of them or not. But
you've
I
had some
had this,
downloads?
I had this unusual experience. Hi, Jax. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? You look nice today. Can you hear me?
She's still loading on my screen.
Oh, okay.
Her screen.
I saw
Well,
Her screen is
pixelated.
oh, it's pixelated. Oh, I can see you now. Hi, Jax.
I had this weird experience where I think it was this amethyst that I have. I
Mhm.
I ask to receive messages. I try to communicate with my crystals. Sometimes there's
Me
some
too.
difficult.
Me too. Me too. I kiss them. I hold them up and kiss them and say, "Who wants to work with me today?" Because that's
Oh,
how I intuitively I have an altar here, which I need to show everybody soon. I look at my crystals on my selenite plate, and then I say, "Who wants to work with me today?" And then I pull who wants to work with me? And I give him a kiss and then I put him in my pockets.
Oh, let me tell my daughter that I'm on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, this amethyst that I was not having a conversation, asking for a message one day, and it had been
Hmm.
talking. And when I thought I was done, and I wanted to go ahead, I'm having to talk and type at the same time.
Oh, that's okay.
Uh,
Take your time, Brenda.
when I was done, I thought I was going to set it down. I thought, I'm done. I'm going to lay
Mhm.
my this down. And my arm got over here this far and stopped. And I was wanting to lay it down over there. But my arm, I didn't feel anything touching me, but my
Oh,
arm would not go over there. And
oh
so
my gosh, Brenda.
I
That
brought it
is
back and I
amazing.
talked to it some more. And then a
It's
little bit
like,
later,
no, you're not putting me down.
yeah, I did that twice and it stopped me both times. And so I kept talking to it longer. And then after a while, I was able to put it down. And for some reason, I wasn't scared, even though that sounds really creepy.
Yeah.
For some
No,
reason, I
no,
was scared. And then
no,
Bigfoot has told me when Bigfoot comes in, they've talked to me before, like it made it sound like they were standing by me, that they were in my bedroom.
hmm.
But the last time they came in, that said, "We are not in your house. We are with you energetically."
Oh, wow.
So I was like, "Thank you. That makes me happy."
Oh, that's so sweet. I like that. Wow, that's a really cool experience. Like spirit is directing you. They're like the crystal was like, "No, I have more to say."
Yeah, yeah, it was really funny. Yeah, and I didn't get scared for some reason. I can get scared easily, but sometimes I hear things in my house these days, and I can't sense energies, which I don't understand that. But
Mhm.
I do all kinds of other things, but I don't sense
Yeah.
energy. If there was a negative energy in my house, I don't know it. I don't feel it, and
Oh,
I don't
wow.
feel other people's energy unless they're showing it physically.
Mhm.
But my oldest daughter can, and she'll come walk around my house sometimes. I'll ask her to check my house. And she'll go,
That
"Yeah,
is
there's
so
something
cool.
yucky, something gross in your bedroom, Mom. You got to get rid of that."
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I the one thing I can now the one thing I can do is sense negative energy. Like I can tell if an energy is no good for me, or I can tell when a presence is in um the room.
Oh,
And
okay.
with me, that's not good for me. Like it's a weird feeling. It's a heavier feeling and it's
Hmm.
condensed. And you know that it's not the normal feeling that you feel just normally. It's something. And I go, mm-mm, not today. And you could just feel it. It gives you immediate anxiety. And it's just a heavy energy. And so I immediately go to all my go-tos to try and get rid of it as fast as I can
Okay.
because that's what I usually do. So if
Nice.
anyone wants to come on, they can come on because I feel like I'm hogging the time and I think other people want to come on, but I'm still going to be in the chat. I think
Okay.
Bangle had a hard time coming
Yeah,
on, so I'm going to
she
see if it
wasn't able to
helps.
connect for some reason.
Okay, so
So
bye
thank you,
everyone.
thank
Thank
you.
you for listening to me blab. I'm still in the
So
chat.
glad.
Okay.
Thanks for coming. See ya. Be sure to be subscribed to Nicole's channel. And Jack says that she pulled a portal card, and it says, "I hereby grant you the power to make me I hereby grant you the power to make me unhappy. No one can get inside your head unless you welcome them in. If someone is disturbing your inner world, it might just be time to kick them out." Thank you for that, Jax. Thank you so much. Yeah, Nicole is such high energy. Kick them out of your outer energy. Establish boundaries, communication, and honor your needs. Thanks for that, Jax. Well, I'm sorry you weren't able to connect. It would have been fun to have you on. So I'll put this link in here one more time because it's moved up and you probably can't see it anymore. So I'll put this in the comments one more time. And if someone wants to come in and share magical, mystical stories, click on that link and you'll pop up on my screen and I'll let you on stage. Thanks, Mariette. That's so nice of you. Jax is going to try again. I hope we get her on this time. Hi. I see you and I hear you.
Biscuits.
I can see you, Jax.
Nah.
We can hear you. We can hear you. Jax, we could hear you and see you. I heard your voice. Do you want to try again? Because I could hear your voice. We heard you say a couple of things, and your picture was real clear. So you're probably tired of it by now. You're probably tired of trying by now. It sounded like a scratch record from here. No, it didn't from here, so. Well, another day. We'll try another day. So does someone else who has their YouTube channel, their own YouTube channel, like to come on? Just click on that link I put on there. It says StreamYard.com, and you'll pop up on my screen. I hope we get you on here this time, Jax. There you are. Say something.
It's working! Yay!
Yeah, it was working last time too. It just wasn't on your end.
It sounded like chicken scratch over here. It was really I can't listen to that. It was
No.
made me feel dizzy. Here, let me show you the card that I pulled.
Yeah.
So it says, I hereby grant you the power to make me unhappy. No one can get inside your head unless you welcome them in. If someone is disturbing your inner world, it might just be time to kick them out of your outer one. Establish boundaries, communicate, and honor your needs.
That's a good one.
So there's, like you can't, there's a lot of energy going around now. Don't let it knock you off your center.
My dog sneezed. My dog sneezed really loud. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm noticing that when I'm going to be on YouTube, that I need to stay home that morning because I'll be around something that affects me and I'll be anxious or something when I get back home. So, and I have to settle down again. So I've learned that on my YouTube days, I just stay home until after it's over with because I'll pick something up. So how are you doing? We're all concerned about your recovery.
I know I've been sleeping a lot.
Good. Oh, she's glitching again. Well, we just don't have a good connection with Jax today. That is a shame. Thanks for coming on, Jax. We got you on there for a little bit anyway. You look so pretty today. So, does anyone else want to come on and talk about your experiences or have some wisdom you want to spread around? Jax has got her two little, Jax says, whisker biscuits. She's got her two cute little pups that she cuddles all the time. They're so cute. She's got pictures of them on her channel. Well, I was hoping some more people would come on today. I've missed so much in the comments. I wish I could have seen all the comments, but that's kind of hard to do. And Jack says, it kicked me off again, said, try again, Spectrum used to be Bright House. Oh, and Jack's had a story to tell too. Oh, I wish we could have heard that. Jack saw an angel in her backyard one day, and I saw a picture of it. And it really and truly did look like the outline of it. It was kind of a shadow angel. It was a white shadow. And she knew from standing out there in person that there was not light shining through trees or anything, but this entity shape did show up on the picture. And it's pretty cool. It looked like it had legs and arms. And I don't remember your story, Jax, about how that happened, but she had an angel in her backyard one day and she got a picture of it. It's awesome. And Jax has a channel where she posts her pictures of her puppy dogs. Charlotte says, nothing is coincidence, and that is absolutely right. Everything that happens is not an accident. Sure, Nicole, you can come on again. Pop on up and I'll let you on. We'll love to hear you tell your stories. I am not in a hurry. I don't really have anything else to talk about personally, so I welcome somebody else to come talk. Yeah, and shingles are so painful. I feel for you so much. And she's back.
Sorry. So anyways, I was just thinking here, I remember, like I said, I do the kind of the same things every day, but over time it builds an experience, right? And so I've been listening to this shamanic drumming. And so I was laying down listening just to my 15-minute shamanic drumming that I do every day because it grounds me. And I was kind of having a hard time with spirit. Like I've had, oh, hi, Miss Spirit. Ooh, nice picture. Anyways, so I was kind of having a hard time with spirit, getting back into my spirituality. It ebbs and flows for me. It really does, but it's still strong. Because obviously self-doubt comes in and I had to break that part from that. Anyways, so I was laying down and spirit first showed me the ground. And then it showed me like a plant starting to grow from the ground. Like it was on mud, right? Like the ground was broken, like when the ground is like in a desert-y area, the ground is all cracked. Yes. And so it showed me a sprout, and then I saw this African woman, and she was smiling at me, and she was in African garb, and she looked to the ground and she started stomping on the ground, and as she stomped on the ground, the thing grew. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And she was smiling at me, and then there was like this little boy that I saw, and then I think I saw a man who's starting to play the drums, okay? And this is all in Africa. All of a sudden, I was in Africa, okay? And this is what I'm seeing through my third eye. I was seeing these African people. And I kid you not, I all of a sudden, I came into this state where I saw myself lying down, and I was in space. You know how you're between, you're outside, you're like, the earth was below me, and I was in this like floating state where I was above the earth.
Cool.
And these women all of a sudden showed up around me, and they were wearing the voodoo priestess outfits, the white voodoo priestess outfits, where the white towel over their head and the white garb that they were wearing. And I'll never forget it. It was so weird. They started shaking their rattles and their drums, and a whole bunch of these voodoo priestesses, African women, just started going around me, cleansing and clearing my energy. And they were so loud, and they were chanting. And I'll never forget it. It was so weird. I was like, wow, do I have like African ancestry somewhere? Like, it was so interesting. They just randomly showed up for me. Like, I had no intention for any of this. It was just a normal lay down meditational day. And I knew they were cleansing and clearing my energy. And it was amazing. They like, I wish I could give you a picture, because I'll have to show you some other time. But it was really cool, and it's really cool how outside sources that you don't think you're connected to show up for you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Don't you
that
think it was probably from a past life? I would think it's from a past life.
it's possible. I never had any other images besides that. That was like a one true moment, and I was trying to get a reading on that experience. I was trying to like understand besides cleansing and clearing.
Anna says, I have
I
a
had a
similar dream. I'm going down a canal, then to my right, always to the left, uh, stone-like. I'm in a canoe.
yeah,
Cool.
and yeah, no, absolutely. And so yeah, so it could be like I said, past lives come to me all the time. So that could be a past life. Oh gosh, I had a thought a second ago about something. What was it? Ah, it was I think it was a past life thing. Oh, incense. If I love incense, and sometimes incense not only can relax you, but it can also trigger a past life. And that's what happened to me one time. Kinda like I said, I was laying down because that's how I meditate. I can meditate sitting up, but I prefer to lay down because I'm more relaxed. And so I had my frankincense and myrrh wax melts going on because I can't light incense because I have cats and I can't have smoke, unfortunately, in the room. So, even though I do like smoke incense, it's very powerful. But I use these really cool wax melts I get from Etsy, and they smell amazing. I'm really happy with they're very powerful. So I was laying down one time and I had my incense going, and the smell just came over me. And it was actually kind of giving me anxiety when I was smelling it for some reason. But then an image came into my head, and I could still see it right now. I was in Athens and I was in a market, and I saw people just bustling around, and there was this woman, and she was in a toga. She was she was plumper. She was voluptuous. She had blonde hair, and she was shopping for something, but I could sense that she knew magic, and the magic that she knew, she couldn't speak on it. Like, it was sacred. Like, she would get in trouble if she let that information out. And that's all I
Well,
saw. Like I said, I see in glimpses, but they leave an impression to where I
uh,
can get valuable information from that. And so
oh,
that's my past life in Greece, obviously, because I knew instinctively that was me. I was a woman at that time.
cool. Donna has something that she wanted to say about your experience with the voodoo women. She says some
Mhm.
believe that life started in Africa, so you might have witnessed the beginning of connection to all
Oh,
living
wow.
beings.
That is
And
that is really cool.
and Donna is so psychic, so she's probably on to something there.
No, no, absolutely. Like I said, it was a very interesting experience. Those women just surrounded me and with big branches of some kind of sacred leaf, and they were all just drumming and chanting and things like that.
We still have to do that shamanic journey. You got to email me again. We've had a
Oh, I
hard
know.
time getting together.
A Thursday, I think it is Thursday.
Okay.
Yes. So, though, hang on. What was it? It was a, oh, yes. So I did this chakra tune up, right? And I had done it consistently, right? This is going to sound weird. Um, I had done this chakra tune up, repeating female. Yes, Mother Gaia does keep coming to me. I think that's really sweet, and I have to work with her more. Um, and for some reason, not that it's hard to connect to nature, I'm just trying to find ways to connect to nature. I've been really feeling shamanic energy coursing through me lately, and I've been trying to connect with my Earth Star chakra and my feet and my chi. It's easier to access, like I said, above for me. It's easier to access through the crown and up, that kind of frequency energy. So I'm trying to teach myself to ground and access below and access nature and that kind of element for me. So I'm kind of trying to train myself that way.
Donna says that you are a shaman, Nicole. It's time to open up and absolutely do the shamanic journey with Brenda.
Okay.
Yeah,
I will. I'll take your word for Brenda. And anyways, I was tuning up, right? And I was just because I do my tune up and then I breathe into the chakra, like you've said, like you breathe into the chakra and then you go up and up and up, because I've heard you talk about it, Brenda. And as I got to the top, I had been watching a show previously to it, right? And I was like, oh crap, I forgot to like do my tune up, and I try and be consistent, right? It's one of those moments, just like the spider, you don't think about it until later. And as I was doing my tune up and I was breathing into my chakras, I will never forget it. It was the weirdest experience. I was like, what do I do to take away from this? Like, what does that mean? I heard literal screaming. Like screaming,
Oh,
like, like just like souls. Like, I don't know how to say it. It's like, it was weird because there's no reason for it. But I
sounds
literally,
weird.
and nothing was on, Brenda. I had stopped my show and I was focusing on my
Mhm.
chakras, and I'll never forget it. I was like, I heard like screaming, like souls being tortured, screaming like in the depths of hells, in the Greek,
Really?
yeah, the underworld, where the souls are in the water and they're like, and they're trying to reach up to the boat, and to get out of the afterlife, down there. It
Uh-huh.
kind of sounded like that. It sounded like all of a sudden these screams from the back of me just started happening, and it lasted as I got higher and higher in my chakras. I was sitting there while I was doing my chakras going, what the heck is that? Why do I hear screaming in the back of my head? Like literal screaming. And yeah, like the rivers and Styx, thank you. It was like that. It was like that. And that's what came to my mind, was like, why am I hearing tortured screaming all of a sudden? So it was a weird experience. I'll never forget it. I was
Sounds
like,
very weird.
it was weird. It was weird. When I'm doing something positive, I get something negative.
Yeah, we don't want to do that. You've had just
No,
have so many experiences, and I thought most of your experiences were in the shower, but you just have them all over the place, don't you? You don't have to be in the shower. But you've
no.
had some good ones in the shower.
I have, like, the shower is a good portal for me, but my room, like I said, like kind of like a prayer room, like when you pray in a certain area, it amplifies that area, and it's like your central hub. That's why I said it's almost harder for me when I step outside or something, or go somewhere. It's not as conductive. I don't get as many downloads or anything. It's like when I go back to my central place,
Okay.
my central my central hub, like my room or the shower, wherever. That's kind of
Mhm.
like where spirit goes, okay, she's here. It's gonna be concentrated. Egypt?
They're asking about the river Styx.
Oh, it's Greece. It's Greece. I think it's Greece. Or is it Rome? No, I think it's Greece. It's Hades. Anna, it's Hades underworld. It's where, whether you want to believe that or not, in that kind of context. It's where the souls are trapped in the water, and I forget the guy who mans the boat. He rows the boat through that river. Um, um, yeah, so it's just the souls that are trapped in the water. If that's even how it really works, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
But that's kind of like what it reminded me of, was those just random screaming that I was like, what the heck is this
Wow.
like?
Well, that's just too creepy.
Yeah, so I thought that was weird because I never had that experience before, and once again, I heard it audibly, so I was like,
Mhm.
"No, thank you. No, thank you." Um, like I said, eh, past lives, like I said, follow me. They follow me a
Uh-huh.
lot because I know I'm attached to certain things I have to let go of, and there's still lots of things that I have to figure out and I want answers for, because they're a part of me that's like, "Hey, recognize me. I know this, I know that," kind of thing. Like, it's obviously your higher selves, right? And
Uh-huh.
so
Yeah.
I'm very connected to that kind of thing because there's lots of wisdom to take from it. But I'm also trying to heal them so they can all be just
Yes.
incorporated into one.
Yes. Yeah.
And so
Okay.
and
Wow. Well,
so
I just love having you on.
oh,
So
thank
I
you.
guess we better keep going. I just love to talk to you, and I'm looking forward to doing the shamanic journey with you.
Oh, yeah, me too, me too.
So I'll
I
send you
recently
another email about that.
Okay, okay. Um, I recently had a reading with Chloe. I forget her name. Hang on, let me look at her name. She's another great past life reader. She
Okay.
she's more on the witchy side, but she's oh yes, Chloe. I can't send a link right now, but her name's Chloe the Cosmic Mage. And she did have a different name. Anyways, she had a raffle going on, and I entered the raffle and I won one of her readings,
Okay.
and it
Good.
was
For
great.
you. Yay.
And yes, I know I was super, super excited because I wanted some past life answers, and I kind of got some past life answers. I, I haven't watched the video because at that time my senses got overwhelmed because I had anxiety because I was kind of worried about what I would get in that reading for some reason. I don't know why. I had immediate nervous system overload where I had extreme anxiety. Um and it scared the heck out of me. Oh, thank you guys. I don't know if you know who she is, but she's a great, great reader. She's very talented.
Uh, Miss Fearless Soul says, I saw my first
Cool.
spirit a couple of months ago. I was sleeping and I saw a white spirit and it was touching my head and I felt really cold. All I remember is, and I fell asleep.
Wow, that's
That's
amazing. That's
interesting.
really cool. I get
Oh,
touched all the time too.
KK,
Go touch my
hello.
head.
I haven't seen you for such a long time. Thanks for popping in.
Oh, I love your horsey picture. That's so
Yeah,
cute.
yeah, isn't that cute?
I
Yeah,
love horses. I love all animals. I'm really big into animals and cows
yeah.
and pigs, and they just make me happy. I really love animals. I really
Yeah.
do. Where was I going with this? What was I saying? Something about past lives. Uh, um, trying to remember where I was. Oh yes, the reading. I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Charlotte. I saw you and I was like, yes. So I was super nervous because I knew I had some orphan wounds because I knew I'd been orphaned quite a few times. It's just something I know, and I've
Mm.
seen quite a few flashes, and it's just a sense that you get, and it's a wound. And I've had a couple pick a card readings that back this up. A lot of pick a card readings. If anyone's interested, pick a card readings is like where I first kind of got my intuitive hits. Is I trusted my intuition, and the pick a cards actually verified that information in me that I already knew. It was amazing. Anyways, I've had amazing pick a card readings where I watch people's pick a cards and they hit the nail on the head. It's amazing.
Oh, it's
So
amazing. Mm.
it really is. It's like, holy crap, they picked up that. Like, I have that subconscious link where I was able to, you know, attach what I was looking for through the reading, and then it would come through. It's amazing. Anyways, that happens for me all the time, which is great. Um, so in the reading, she said I was a young man, a young boy, is somewhere in, I don't know, the Far East, like Africa, North Africa, like Jordan or oh, yes, butterflies are great. I love butterflies. I've been seeing dragonflies because my grandfather who passed away, he's attached to to dragonflies, and so I see dragonflies all the time. Um, anyways, she said I haven't gone to that reading yet because it puts so much emotion on my nervous system, but I think I'm finally grounded and now to watch it again. I haven't watched it since because the nervous system was so my nervous system was so scattered and so terrible that I think I'm brave enough to like watch it again.
Uh,
Anyways, nothing really bad happened. It's just my nervous system was it was just so intense. It brought up so much energy that it was too much to handle. So I think I can finally watch it now. Anyways, she did give me lots of information, but it was just so much intensity. Anyways, apparently something with my left hand. My left hand was immobilized, and
mm.
I had I don't know, I had so much power in one of my hands that my other hand didn't work or something. I have to rewatch the video or something. I was a young I was a young orphan boy, 12, and
Oh,
people used my energy. They used me dry. I was only 12 and I unfortunately died in a desert, and they used me dry. It's something to do with I called upon heavier energy to even get me out of this situation. Like I said, I'm observing this past life. I haven't seen this past life yet. I'm not saying that what she said was wrong. I just, for some reason, I had nothing else to call upon, and so I called upon heavier, darker energy apparently in this past life, and
Oh,
I still
okay.
died. I still died. I don't know why.
Mhm.
I am still digesting that information. Apparently, I had really high gifted oracle abilities in this past life, and I died as a young
Mhm.
boy in this desert area that, and I saw myself. I did. I gave myself a hug and I said, "You are released." You know what I
Oh,
mean? You don't have
wonderful.
to.
Yeah, good for
Yeah,
you.
no, she
Uh-huh.
encouraged that. She encouraged
Oh,
that.
good, yeah.
Um, and that might even be a part of one of my orphan lives, I don't know.
Mhm.
And so I released him and she said, "Do you want this energy that was part of that past life?" And I said, "Yes." And I think that's what really skyrocketed my energy because I
Oh,
accepted that energy. And so lately I've been trying to balance my energy because it might be a little too intense for me to integrate. So I'm trying to slowly build that up. What was
good
interesting,
idea.
Brenda,
What?
is she mentioned when she was doing her energy clearing, which was amazing because I felt it and I told her, "Oh my gosh, I'm feeling this." Like when she was doing the energy clearing, I felt my hands go like this, like it was intense.
You
And
would, Nicole.
I know, right? And so what was interesting, she didn't elaborate on this past life, but she said that she was clearing a past life for me, that I was in a battle. I was in some kind of battle and the ground was ashen. And um bye Donna, thank you for coming. Thank you for listening. Sorry about everyone my squabbling. Anyway, she cleared this past life that I had a battle in. The ground was ashen and I could see that it was ashen. She's like, "Okay, I'm clearing this one for you." So I don't know where that came from or what time frame that
Mhm.
was, but that was really interesting. She
That
did an
is
amazing job.
wonderful. I'm
I just had to go ahead.
Well, you were just really fortunate to win that with her, and I think I know who she is, and I'll have to check her out. And I just, you're just so amazing. All the things you have happen is just so amazing.
Oh, thank
Mm,
you. I actually get really overwhelmed with my gifts and abilities. I can be really hard on myself
I
about my
bet.
gifts and abilities.
Oh,
Um,
I mean, you have a lot to contend with there. And
I
Nicole
do.
has a YouTube channel. You had a live
Sometimes
read.
it feels sometimes it feels enormous. Sometimes the mission, as you know, especially for light workers, feels enormous. Like you have this enormous mission. How the heck are you going to fulfill this? Like sometimes it feels like that. Like sometimes it it weighs down on me so strongly that it can sometimes upset me. Not that I'm upset with my guides or anything. It's just a me thing, like coming to terms with the responsibility. Like sometimes I think of Jesus and I go, how the heck did Yeshua or Jesus, however you want to, do what he did?
Mhm.
Like imagine a human being put in that situation. Like he's like, okay, you're the son of God. You're going to go heal all these people. You're going to go get these people to follow you. And then you're going to go die on the cross. Like, could you imagine telling a little boy, imagine telling little Jesus that this is your destiny? I often think about that all the time. And all the ascended masters who've had human lives going, how the heck did you do that? How the
Yeah.
heck did you believe
He
in
is,
yourself and do
well,
that?
he is a great and mighty spirit. He's a strong spirit. I've heard people that go to the other side and see him at nighttime when their body's asleep, and they remember it when they wake up. And he
Yeah.
is a strong spirit. I don't know the correct words to use for it, but we're going to
Yeah.
have to get going. I've been on
Okay.
here for an hour and 34 minutes, and you just are a kick to talk to. I thank you so much for coming on with
I
us.
thank everyone for listening to me squabble.
It was
They probably have better things to do, but they're listening to me squabble. So, anyways,
no, if they had
it's
better
always a
things
treat
to do,
to
they
talk to
wouldn't
you,
be here.
Brenda, and everyone.
Okay, well, I'll be sending you an email about that shamanic
Okay.
journey. Love you.
Okay. Thank you. Love you. Bye, guys. Thank you for listening.
Boy, Nicole is such a kick. I love to talk to her. I hope I picked up some of her energy. So since she brought up Yeshua, I just want to tell about my one experience about this before we move on, telling experiences today. I think I told this one other time, but I have an altar, and about 3 years ago, I went into my meditation room one day and I walked past my altar, and there was some kind of strong energy by my altar, and I walked through it. Yeah, everything was normal. I walked by the altar and there was something there, and then I walked through it and it was gone. And I'm like, what was that? So I turned around, I went back and stepped in it, and it was Yeshua. And I was just flooded with this overwhelming, unbelievable, loving, I just can't say loving strongly enough, just unbelievable love. And it was just flowing down from above, and I was standing in it. And that was such a blessing for me. And one day I heard a woman say something about that Yeshua energy is old. We need to get that out of the world. And I'm like, no, Yeshua energy isn't the energy of the evil things that the church did in his name. That's not Yeshua energy. Yeshua energy is the most loving energy you can imagine, beautiful beyond words. And I stood there in that and showered in that one day for several minutes, and my legs got tired and I just had to move. But now looking back on it, I wish I would have pulled up a chair and sat down and just stayed there in it for as long as it would stay there with me. So I'm really grateful for that experience. And I've just had a lot of fun hanging out with you guys today. And Jax came on for a while, and I hope next time we do this, that some other people will be thinking about coming on with us, because we'd like to see your faces. So I'm going to be back on Wednesday at noon Central Time, 1 Eastern, to take your personal questions. And I'm going to go ahead and get on with my day and get out of this caftan and put on some clothes. And talk to you later. Everybody have a great week. Love you for being here. Bye-bye.